these wounds. Hi everyone, let's talk about Once Upon a Time, Season 6, Episode 14, page 23. First, I want to apologize that this review is so late. I've been traveling. It's been really hard for me to shoot or even watch the episode. I literally just had time to watch the episode, so finally get around to talk about it. So let's do it. First, let's talk about Hook. So we got the proposal and the cute stuff last week, but of course we knew it couldn't last because that's not really what Hook came to tell Emma. He was coming to tell her, you know, I killed your grandfather, so that's awkward. And in this episode, of course, he's still struggling with the fact that she doesn't know because he wasn't able to tell her. And then we have Captain Nemo making a comeback and giving him some words of wisdom, and he's like, you should probably tell her, you know. Hook doesn't really listen, unfortunately, and he gets caught trying to erase his memories of killing David's father. Hook, no! Why? No, why do Emma and him always try to hide things from each other? It's like, if it's not Emma, it's Hook. If it's not Hook, it's Emma. Like, stop. Please stop. Of course, when Emma figures it out, I was totally with Emma on this because when she's like, if there's a problem, you tell me, you know that we would have forgiven you. You know my parents would have forgiven you. You know Snow White and Charming, especially Snow White, would have forgiven him. I feel like he was just taking the easy way out, and she's making a good point. Like, I fell in love with the person that I thought would have told me. And at this point, you kind of took a step back on this. We need to work on our trust and, you know, telling each other things again. Which is very frustrating to watch because I feel like they had gotten to that point already, and I'm like, Hook, you're so frustrating. Why didn't you just tell her? But of course, this is so that you create more drama because now Hook is stuck in the submarine, all thanks to Gideon. So it's like kind of this whole thing where now Emma's gonna think that he abandoned her and I can't believe that he left, you know, and then Hook is like trying to get back to her. So that's, you know, where all this is going. I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna enjoy all of this going back, you know, him trying to get back to Emma. And I'm actually wondering if he's going to get back right in time to save her. I think in the vision that she had, Hook was there looking at her, but could it be just as he came back, or could it be like that all this time Emma didn't know that he was back and he's back at this point, and maybe he's gonna like say I love you, or I don't know. I'm really open to anything at this point. I did want to mention one thing that I thought was weird. When Snow talks to Hook and is like, oh, I'm so happy that you guys are getting engaged, blah blah blah. I feel like Hook is visibly troubled by something, but Snow is completely oblivious to his whole demeanor, and she's just like, okay, this is so wonderful. Aren't you excited? La 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 la. And then he's like, yeah, like, obviously something's wrong. And she never even asks him once, like, what's wrong? I mean, obviously he would have said, oh, I'm fine, nothing, I'm just, you know, not feeling great, or who knows. But I feel like it was weird that Snow, who's usually very empathetic to other people, didn't even blink or think twice about asking Hook how he was doing, but you know. Now moving on to my favorite part of the episode, which was the Evil Queen versus Regina final showdown. I really enjoyed the flashback and how it tied to this whole thing, really, because it showed why Regina wanted to kind of separate the Evil Queen so much, and also what's driving the Evil Queen, you know? It's really hate of herself, which kind of like makes me really sad, you know? When the arrow goes to the mirror and you realize that it's really her that she hates the most, and you're like, oh, Regina, I want to hug you. So the whole showdown didn't actually end up the way I thought it was going to end up, because I thought that eventually Regina was going to figure out that, you know, the Evil Queen was just part of her and she had to accept her, and they would just kind of merge back. But I feel like the main sentiment of that reunion kind of happened, because while they didn't merge back together, they're still two sort of individual. Regina, by realizing what was really troubling her all this time, and by kind of embracing herself and loving all of herself, including the Evil Queen, she just kind of takes both hearts and she put a little good and a little bad in both. So she kind of spread the love in a way, right? Which I guess is similar to what I was saying, you know, you're just accepting that she is part of you, and you can still be good even by having a little bad inside of you. And of course, when she hugs the evil queen, she's like, it's okay. And I was like, oh, that was a beautiful moment. I also really loved when the evil queen then goes to say goodbye and she says goodbye to Snow, which Snow is like, I don't know if I could trust her. And then she's like, okay, it's fine. I trust you, I love you. And then Henry calling the evil queen mom, and she's like, you call me mom. And he's kind of giving her a new life, and that new life is in the what if place that was created by her, where she goes and reunites with Robin Hood. I actually really love this ending for the evil queen because it's like, in a way, part of Regina, because the evil queen is Regina, or at least part of her. Part of Regina did end up getting her original happy ending that she was supposed to get with Robin Hood. So it feels like a nice closure, because even though we don't have Robin Hood anymore, you know that the evil queen is out there somewhere being happy with him. And then Regina also said, well, if I had walked in and, been together with Robin from the beginning, I wouldn't be here and I wouldn't have all these people. So now that she has all these people, obviously she doesn't want to give them up. But the evil queen does need a new start. So she can start over again where the way it should have been to begin with, which is kind of awesome. I love this episode. Loved it. I love the way they kind of ended the whole evil queen Regina story. Unfortunately, now we're gonna have to deal with Gideon. That's just the whole other thing. Of course, I would love to hear what you thought of this episode. Did you enjoy how the whole evil queen Regina thing worked out? What about Hook? What do you think about what's going on with him? Let me know in the comments. And I should mention already that my review for the next episode will be late again, but after that, I should be back to like a regular schedule, so I apologize again. But after that, it should be all back to normal, so there you go. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Bye.